Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about the solar pond. First of all, take what is solar pond. Solar pond is also called solar salt pond. It is an artificially designed pond filled with salty water maintaining a definite concentration gradient. It combines solar energy radiation and sensible heat storage, and as such, it is utilized for collecting and storing solar energy. The principle of working and application of solar pond will be discussed later in this video. The formidable power of the sun has made it for thousands of years the object of terror, worship, and even intrigue. Although the sources of seeming inexhaustible source of energy, it has been the object of intense study since man's thought processes first evolved. It only seems turns of the century that efforts have been initiated to tap the sources. Our story today bears with the water body, a solar pond. A pond that will entrap solar energy. Another step, man struggle to harness non-conventional sources of energy for future. The need to harness non-conventional sources of energy have become imperative in face of fast depleting fossil fuels. Among the most applied to harness the solar energy, the solar pond technology seems to be a promising alternative. The recently constructed solar pond in Kutch Dairy in Bhuj is the largest operating solar pond of the kind in the world, developed by the Gujarat Energy Development Energy in collaboration with TERI and Dairy Development Corporation of India. The solar ponds have the unique ability to entrap and store the sun's heat energy for months together, even during intense and adverse cloudy conditions, and this is the distinct advantages over other methods of solar collection technology, demonstrated by Israeli scientist Webb at 1958. This concept of pond has inspired by nature. Let us take an example of a natural pond where the sun's heat energy radiates at the bottom of the pond and heats the water. The heated water of the pond at the bottom being lighter than the upper layer of the pond. Then this upper layer of the pond is radiating heat energy due to the convective motion of the water at the bottom. At the pond, the upper layer is executing the convective motion and subsequently loses heat to the atmosphere, the convective cycle containing, and hence the temperature of the pond usually remains constant. But it is generally observed in sea when the water at the seabed has higher salinity. The water temperature is warm, the salt gradient, so pond uses this phenomena of entrapping heat energy. Now let us take the example of the Bhuj in Gujarat, where the construction of the solar pond has been set in India to get its more and more energy from the sun. The solar pond consists of three zones. The lower convective layer with a specific gravity rests 1.9 by concentrating common salt at the bottom, because we have discussed above that the salt gradient means salinity of the water plays a vital role in trapping the solar energy, so we are using salt at the bottom of the pond for entrapping heat energy more and more. The middle layer with the gradient of salinity and trapped upper convective layer of the almost fresh water. The upper convective layer of the pond is almost filled with the fresh water. To suppress the wave formation due to wind, wire nets are installed at every 10 meters. As a result of these special constructions, the heat from the sun is retained at the bottom of the pond. This is because of the lower layer is denser, the upper layer, then the convective motion is thus restricted. Now The convective motion is restricted to the lower region. It takes about 30 days to raise the temperature of lower layers to 70 degree and even as high as 90 degree. The hot brine is pumped into the heat exchanger, vaporizes the liquid freon, and with the resulting pressure a turbine is run. The kinetic energy can be used to produce electricity and for processing heat applications like desalination and refrigeration. The renewable nature of this energy makes the solar pond a viable proposition for the future. So we have taken so much examples of the solar energy utilization in India, and I hope you will get more benefit from this video.